anymore. All right. Good afternoon, everyone. I'd like to call this meeting to order. This is the Budget and Finance Committee meeting. Today is August 20th. I'm Paul Krikorian, joined by my colleague, Mr. Blumenfield. We will not have a quorum today, so we're going to be considering these matters for recommendation by the chair and Mr. Blumenfield for advancement to council. Let's see. Do we have anybody here wishing to offer comment other than Mr. Spindler and Mr. Herman? Is there any other member of the public who wants to speak? My dog. Okay. Mr. Herman, you can come on up, and 1 minute on all items. I'll not be taking your general public comment now.
So you all heard about Nuri. Cannot repair sidewalks. Trip and fall incidents on item 2, fuck the fat bitch. Then you got on item 10, an Office of Finance report regarding LLC. I know someone by Paul Martin Krikorian who doesn't have an LLC. Then you go into item number 3, Miriam Schinder, trip and fall incident. How many fucking incidents are we going to have on a trip and fall over sidewalks? Did we not learn? Did we not learn? Who's playing with the fucking clock? Fix the clock, handsome. You're fucking it up. Can you hold my time? Because this clock is fucking haywire.
No, your time is running.
Okay, well, fuck you too then. So CD8, item 3, the dumb nigger can't fix the sidewalks, but yet he wants to bring this promoter in there and build this fucking stupid museum out of bullshit for jobs. There's no jobs.
You're done.
And then you got a pedestrian safety improvement project for $2,320,000.
It's been a minute. Goodbye. Mr. Spindler, you're out of time.
It's still got 143, fool.
You have nothing. I gave you 1 minute.
What's the problem with the fucking...
You're on your way. You're now disrupting the meeting.
I didn't break the clock.
Have him removed. Mr. Spindler?
For what?
You're done.
What do you mean I'm
Mr.
done?
Spindler, hurry up.
There's a minute and 43 fucking seconds. Fucking
1 minute.
3 fucking seconds on the clock. There it is. It's a minute 43.
You know what? Mr. Spindler is disrupting the meeting too. He's done it. Out. Out. Out.
That little H-ray, you gotta learn from his dad. You're stupid. Can't even keep a California bar.
Have a nice day. And just for the sake of the record, Mr. Spindler and Mr. Herman continue to disrupt this meeting even now as they're being escorted out by the police department. Thank you. All right. Mr. Blumenfield, we do not have quorum, but I would have recommended items 4, 7, 9, 10, and 11 for consent approval. With your approval, unless you have questions, we can advance those on the recommendation
Pardon
of
me,
the
Mr. Chair.
chair and a member.
Mr.
Yes.
Chair, Richard Williams, City Clerk's Office. I believe the City Attorney would like to request that the committee receive and file item number 4, inasmuch as it has already been addressed.
Yes, you're exactly right. Thank you very much. That was going to be my recommendation on consent. Thank you, Mr. Williams.
Say that again. I did have some questions on 4, but you're saying...
So item number 4 is no longer necessary. And so the city attorney has recommended that we receive and file it in that there was a judgment in favor of the city.
Okay. Then sounds good.
Okay.
Questions will go on.
But it is definitely an interesting case to talk about, but we no longer need to do that. So if you have no objection, we'll go ahead and receive and file item 4 and then approve items 7, 9, 10, and 11. And that will be the action of myself and Mr. Blumenfield. And then I'd like to go ahead and call item number 6, just briefly for a question.
Item number 6 is a motion, Bond and Buscaino, relative to receiving funding from the Los Angeles Metropolitan.
I don't know if we have staff here. Do we have any staff here on item number 6? All right, well then we'll save that one question for council, and we'll, unless you have objections, Mr. Blumenfield, what I would recommend on that item is that we approve it with the amendment instructing LADOT to report within 30 days outlining the specific projects of work to be completed using the funds from the Citywide Pedestrian Safety Improvement Project and the Dynamic Corridor Ramp Metering Project. Okay, so that will be the action of myself and Mr. Blumenfield. And then item number 8, my recommendation would be to approve recommendations 1, 2, and 4 in the report, and to strike recommendation number 3. In that recommendation number 3 would seem to remove council authority in reviewing certain appropriations under the CIEP.
Great.
Okay, so that will be the action of myself and Mr. Blumenfield. And with that, we have completed our items for open session. We'll proceed now into closed session. Does the city attorney have any preference on preferences? Okay. All right, the Budget and Finance Committee is back in open session. There being no other business before the committee, we are adjourned.